effectively go to the mayor and the Department of Parks and Recreation director and ask them, demand that they put together a program, a tennis program, to get my children off the streets that were causing problems in my community. It was very successful, it worked, and I would love to be able to do that for all of Ward 5 students. Kathy Henderson, vote May 15th.
Thank you. I'm probably the most senior member here with anything to do with education. I'm certified in New York and in Massachusetts K through 6. Right now I'm at Watkins Elementary getting my master's in elementary education after my law degree. I've been at OSSI. I was a legislative aide to the chairman of Children and Families of the New York State Assembly. I was the education aide to Councilman Berry here in the District of Columbia. And not only that, but if I were to be your next council member, I would ask Mr. Brown to chair the the Committee for Education and to ask that it be brought out of the hole. I would be the most senior member in education at the council.
Well, I'm 30 years old, and I've spent half my life. Okay. I spent half my life raising the foster care and juvenile justice system. I know firsthand what can happen when you don't tap the potential of a young person. I'm someone that's overcome a lot of odds. That's why I give back. That's why I serve as a mentor with the Urban Family House of Hope until the funding was cut for the collaboratives east of the river. That's why I volunteer routinely in DC public schools, in DC public libraries. That's what I mean when I say we need to expect more. Thank you.
I love this topic. This is great. As you know, I'm a mental health therapist. I'm certified through Department of Mental Health and CFSA. I was a school psychologist for 10 years in private practice. I consult special ed lawyers. I transition kids home from jail into home. I do a great deal of family development. So I've worked with thousands of families in DC in family development. I transition kids home from residential back and forth. I've been a foster parent. So I love working with young people. That's what I'm built and designed to do. So when I was in DCPS, I did a great deal of work working with young people around academics. I consulted teachers and helping young people with academic failure. Right now, I'm doing a great deal of work working with lawyers when they sue the school system for kids in special ed not getting their needs met. So, thank you. Please vote for William Ross. Thank you.
20 years ago, I was mentoring kids out of Spring Garden. And when they call you back 20 years later and tell you how they're doing, then you know you've reached somebody. I had a kid this summer tell me, "Mr. Potter, you don't remember me, but you used to do all kinds of things for the kids in the neighborhood, and because of you, I'm doing those things now, because they really meant something to me, and they made me part of who I am today." I have mentored kids in the job market through the summer youth program for 7 years. I have continued to mentor neighborhood kids. I have worked to make sure that programs are being developed for kids so they can learn how to get jobs. And I will continue to do that. Thank you.
At Bunker Hill, I was a mentor when Ms. Preston was the principal there. I would take young fellows on the weekend. We would go out and do recycling before it was popular. They wanted to take a trip. This is the way I taught them how to raise money to do your own trip. And it was very successful. Ms. Preston would call me often to come to the school and help the young men that was having problems. I would take them around the city. I took them to football games. We raised money to go to Philadelphia to see the baseball game in Philadelphia. So I know how to work with kids, and I will make sure I will continue to do that because that's something is like our kids. You look at the summer back to school program. You don't see anyone helping the kids raising money for books and supplies. Frank Wiles is one.
Okay, we're going to go to the audience for Questions?